Federal scientists are warning Floridians are facing a looming disaster that includes growing outbreaks of mosquito-borne diseases, much more flooding, and more intense toxic algae blooms that scientists have linked to liver damage and neurodegenerative diseases. That's just a fraction of the projected damage just to the state of Florida in the federal report on climate change.
They say economic impact is devastating.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
No, I don't believe it.
And while the president dismissed these warnings, federal lawmakers in both parties have managed to distort the issue and turn a very serious challenge into politics at its most ridiculous.
I draw your attention, Mr. President, to the 20-foot impressive seahorse he's riding. Under the Green New Deal, this is probably Hawaii's best bet.
This is politics at its worst, and both parties have a hand in this. We'll start with the follies of the Democrats and the Green New Deal as described by a leading Democrat.
I've read it and I've reread it, and I asked Ed Markey, what in the heck is this?
Senator Ed Markey teamed up with Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to roll out this Green New Deal, which is not a deal at all. If anything, it divides their party and plays into the hands of their critics, which makes it harder to strike a would-be deal. This is not a climate change plan. It's a list of goals, including some that do not directly relate. Full employment, for example. You're guaranteed a job with good benefits, economic security for all, affordable housing and health care for all. If they only had a plan or a roadmap to do it.
We're trying to promote the Green New Deal.
Well, there are reasons why I can't, because there's no way to pay for it.
This Green New Deal, which makes Republicans laugh and a lot of Democratic leaders wince and groan, was not well written. For example, it calls to build high-speed rail at a scale where air travel stops becoming necessary. They could have written, build high-speed rail at a scale where air travel becomes less necessary. But instead, they suggested we won't need to fly anywhere anymore because we'll have trains. It gave Republicans something that was easy to mock.
We've been talking to people, Trump's political advisors. It's like Christmas and Hanukkah and every other holiday has arrived. I've never seen them so joyful and full of glee. I mean, they are going to elevate this and talk about it, till the cows come home.
And that brings us to the Republicans' role in this. Not only did the president dismiss the federal climate change report and previously call climate change a hoax from China, now he and Republicans are using the Green New Deal as a red herring. They're branding the Green New Deal that Democratic congressional leaders do not embrace as the official position, if not commandment, of the Democratic Party.
The Green New Deal would destroy our economy. But the Democrat Party has accepted this economy-destroying New Deal as a new commandment.
And that's using posturing from the left to engage in phony posturing from the right, arguing about things that are not going to happen to amplify them in the media while claiming you're trying to do just the opposite.
I look forward to a time when we don't have to argue about ridiculous proposals being amplified in the media.
It turns serious issues into caricatures of reality, which produces, once again, politics at its worst. On top of the Republicans' other long-running problem, which Senator Scott previously demonstrated when he was governor.
Governor, what's your plan for dealing with global climate change?
This is how the edges of both parties take over this important debate. And it's why the politicians have been missing in action for years.